Yo, what's up, folks, man? This is the Heavy Hitters Radio Show. We are what we call being in the air. We're down here at Bar 36 outside of Castile Wi-Fi Cafe. Obviously the show is brought to you by Castile Vodka. But that's not what we're here, Jeezy.
Yeah, nah, man. We got tragic news, man, in the heavy hitter circle, man.
Yeah, so hey, this is Moose at Big House, man. That was wonderful word you just heard, man, where from the one, the only, Jeezy. Hey, man, so, I don't know what to say except for the fact that we are just giving some kind words, man, to DJ Skrill, man. Rest in peace.
Rest in peace, man. 38 years young, man. Like, gone too soon, man. Gone too soon. I mean, he was a staple here for about, 2 months? We had him on?
With us? I mean, yeah, no, he was down, and he actually hooked us up with View You Live and the greatest DJs and, and some other things, man. If you've seen the outpouring of condolences for his family and his, it's pretty amazing. As a matter of fact, so much so, he was on, like Channel 13, they talked about him passing and that kind of thing.
Oh, for real? Word up?
They were, yeah. So, you get a local, he was a local celebrity, essentially.
Right.
That was out there and was recognized.
Yeah, a lot of you, if you're around the city, you probably know him from DJing at The Point. Well, JD's out there out on the west side, man.
Yeah, for sure.
Obviously he was on our podcast and he was on Stop Beefing podcast, man. And
Stop Beefing Radio.
Yeah, Stop Beefing Radio.
Shout out to Stop Beefing Radio and View You Live and all the folks over there, because we know you guys are feeling just like we're feeling. I don't think it was appropriate for us to have a show where we goofing, shucking, and jiving.
Yeah, just one at a time, man. And obviously, we know what D-Lo going through right now, man. So our thoughts and prayers, man, go out to him and his family right now, man. It shocked me, man, when you called me yesterday with the news, man. It was just, we had to hit up to make sure it wasn't a hoax or what was going on, man. It happened so fast. Like we just did a show, Sunday night?
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, it's, gone.
Yeah, man.
You know what I mean?
And I was looking at some of the, some of the posts, and one of them was, one day you're here and the next day you're gone. That's one of those songs. I don't know if you guys ever listened to that, but I did.
That's
some of that.
Yeah,
I was gonna say that.
UGK, man. And that's literally the case, man. Like you hear, he was literally DJing Sunday night.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
At the point,
and then gone on Monday, like that quick. You know what I mean?
Finished the podcast. Him and Long Green went out. Came back about 4 in the morning. Sends me a message, like at 10 on Skype at work. Man, cuz went out with Skrill last night. Beat down, tired, yada yada yada. I'll get with you, yada yada. I mean, just our typical conversation. Yeah. And then like everything just went blank until I'm buzzing heavy on every end. It's about 9:30 or so when you hit me. I'm leaving my mom's for her birthday yesterday. I was just, it just caught me off guard. Way off guard.
Hey, I tell you what, the other voice you hear, man, is Arlo Gritty. I think they call him Coach Arlo Gritty. He's one of the hosts of the Iron 3 hip hop show and the Indie 15 music. It's also the other shows on independent radio, which Skrill was a part of.
Yeah,
definitely.
I will tell you, he was our first legitimate DJ.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm a DJ and I do some stuff, but he was one of those ones that can go rock a party now. Much better than I can. And I don't give cats credit like that much often, but I mean, for sure he could do that. And I can tell you, even on the show, is one of the things I was thinking about was, a lot of times, I will try to be close to politically correct,
right?
Close to not, going this way or that way. But Skrill
was not.
He kept it 100. He kept it 100. What was on his mind was what was coming out of his mouth.
Well, you had no filter.
And it was finished with already.
Right.
And you know what I was thinking? I was thinking, man, it was funny because, man, he always had to get his point in, which I appreciated. And sometimes it's tough, but you know what? We all sat back, and once he got going, he tried to get his point in. He just went. and saying this or that and the other. And our ratings didn't drop, because he was using this word and that word, man.
Right.
I think people appreciated the fact that he was going in like that.
Yeah, I mean, he definitely spoke to a segment of our audience, man, that really appreciated, kind of what he brought to the table, his insight, his overall lack of filterness. I mean, we all, I know I joke around, but there are some, things I won't even say sometimes. But Skrill, man, he just let it ride, man. It's funny on his Instagram page. Every morning I can count on that. Morning, niggas. I can count on it every morning. You know what I mean?
Some people want to say but won't say.
And
definitely.
It's crazy, man. Like when that news came down, you called me, and I didn't want to believe it, man. I was like, nah, man. Like I just saw some posts he had like earlier in the day.
Posted throughout the day a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah, and that was the thing is that I hit up D-Lo, and I'm like, because I started seeing it on social media, and I'm like, no way, like, it can't be right, can't be true, and come to find out it was totally true, and man, you know what? We never know when we're gonna leave this earth, So I got a question for you, brothers, man. We all are seasoned podcasts at this point, hosts of shows that are relatively successful in the podcast world. Is it appropriate to when you stop talking to your buddy to say, man, I love you, hope to see you again, that kind of thing? I know that in the world of the Muslim, you say inshallah, right? Is that right? It's inshallah, which means if it's in God's favor, I'll see you again. Mm-hmm. See what I'm saying? Right. And that, and they just say it. Now it sounds more weird if you say it in English. So instead of me saying Gritty, man, I'll holler at you later, I would say Gritty, if the Lord lets me, I'll see you again.
Normally what I say is, you tell me that, or like we plan on doing something, I always usually finish with Lord willing.
Yeah.
That's how I say it all the time, because that's just kind of how I think. Like, you never know. You got to count your blessings. You never know what'll happen within the next 5 minutes,
right?
5 seconds. So.
Because a lot of guys say, "Man, I see you tomorrow. I see you the next day."
I don't promise, man. Like that.
And it's not promised.
No. And it's funny because Mr. Gates hit me up. He, I guess he was seeing some of the stuff. He asked me, like, "Is it true?" I was like, "Yeah, man." He was like, "Man, that's messed up." It's like no matter what you do in life, man, like it ends all the same, dog. You know what I mean? Like no matter what, no matter how good you do, how bad you do, or whatever. The end result is still the same, man, and you can't escape it. And 38 years young, man, like that's...
You come in the world alone, you live alone. You just try to live every day better than your yesterday. Every day you still blessed to be here. You just try to live it better than the day before.
And leaving a wife and 2 young kids, man.
Well, he actually has 5 children.
Yeah, total.
Oh, he actually has 5 children total, and his oldest is 20, and his youngest is like 2.
Right. Because the baby was there with him, I believe. Yeah.
Man, that's tough, man. But,
I mean, hey, folks here at the Heaviest Radio Show, man. Like I said, we're downtown Indianapolis. We're in the air, so what you're going to do is you're going to hear all the sounds of downtown, and we thought that was appropriate to give Skrill a kind of a homegoing show. Just kind of talk about some memories and that kind of thing. And speaking of that, man, I'll tell you that he came to my house, and here's the funny thing. So I've seen some of his posts and everything. Like, this guy knew everyone. Like, my niece came down, so he's like, oh, I know her. And then one of my cousins, he's like, oh, that's my cousin. And so Indianapolis gets smaller and smaller.
Even Carlton, we talked about in Carlton, was like, from the point. Carlton,
right.
Yeah. Carlton, yeah. You know what I mean? So, yeah, that's crazy, man. Like, when he in them circles, man, he touched so many lives, man, with his music and his DJing, man. So I mean, it's definitely gonna be missed around here, man, for sure.
Yeah, I agree.
Heaviest Radio Show, man. Once again, down here at Bar 36, right outside of Castell Wi-Fi Cafe, man. There's lots of good things coming soon. This show brought to you by Castell Vodka. you know, it's almost weird doing commercials, but I mean that's kind of what we got to do.
Right.
You know, that's what we made to do. But I'm gonna tell you something, man. Skrill probably would have tore these commercials up.
Right.
Because, you know, he would have been like, yeah, nigga, and all that. You know. He'd have been going in, you know, with the Colts, talking about the Colts and all that.
Huge Colts fan. He loved them Colts, man.
Yeah, man, for sure.
For sure, man.
For sure. So, all right, guys. So, all of us have seen Skrill, you know, DJ and that kind of thing, or on the show. What's your fondest memory? What's your fondest memory of Skrill? And obviously, Arlo, you're gonna have something different than the show. You know, I've seen him out, and he's been on the show. But what's your fondest memory of Skrill? You know, in your interaction.
I mean, like just the last few times, you know, seeing him, he's pretty consistent. So, you know, wherever he was doing, he stopped through Iron 3 show because, you know, it's right across the walkway, and you know, he holler at us. Already give it, you know what I mean, slap 5 with us and shoot out, man. It's just a genuine dude, man. I mean, I could just live it right there. Just a genuine dude, man. I hated the news, getting that news yesterday. It caught me so far off guard, not just for him and his family, but you know, for Long Green. I know that hit home real bad. So I don't know, man. Y'all go ahead and hit them with y'all memories.
I think one of my fondest memories, man, is that cat always wore a hat and some Jordans, man. You know, and I remember we used to get on him, and that one day we saw him in the suit. We had to get Skrill in the suit. Mm-hmm. And it was a couple of weeks later, man, we saw him in that suit, man. I was tripping, like, man, I don't even hang right on you, dog.
Right.
You know, that thing was all like, it was like an extra large or something on him, you know what I mean?
He's a large, a medium.
A medium.
Right.
You know, he got a 2X suit. You know, it was funny seeing it. And he went out a hat. I'm like, man, you got a great
Still
hat.
had a hat on.
Cracked.
Back
to the right. Back to the right.
Right, man. So, you know, that's kind of what I remember. Just like I said, just him on the show, man. Just bringing that energy, man, and getting everything set up. Like, he was one of the board ops of the show, getting it all set up, man. And you know, that's, you know, it was just crazy, man. The only reason why he left was I think he got a gig, man, where he kind of conflicted with, you know.
Yeah, he had a gig with VU Live and Stop Beefing. And you know, it's funny you brought up the suit, because remember I told him I said, if I see you in the suit and I see you doing well in the suit, I'm gonna buy you one that fits. Buy you one that fits, you know, for the next opportunity, man. And you know, he always say, but nah, man, I ain't wearing no suit, man. I ain't wearing no suit. I'm wearing a jersey, you know, and that kind of thing. And then and I'm gonna tell you, man, you know what? He and I talked about business. And, you know, so I DJ like weddings and like little birthday parties and stuff like that. And I told him I was trying to get out of the business. And so what I did, man, was I started hooking him up with people that called me. And he was hustling. So he was doing those birthday parties and different little things that, you know, I would get to DJ. He was doing them, man. You know, he's out there trying to make his craft work, which I definitely appreciate. And a couple of times I showed up at the party, you know, like, hey, man, you know, because I mean, they wanted me to do it. I'm like, no, I got this guy, you know, and I still showed up to, you know, make sure everything was going cool. And man, it went well. You know, so you know, kind of being able to boost his DJ career, and then also working with them, you know, on the podcast, you know, and really just being a genuine dude, man. You know what I'm saying? I mean, was amazing to me. So it's definitely a blow to me personally. Mm-hmm. You know, it's a sad day for our show. I don't know if you guys saw it or not, but I did find the video he made for the greatest DJs and us, and I reposted it for him. Reposted it today, so it's you know, it's him doing a commercial essentially for us and some other folks. He's adorned in his Coast Blue, and he's kind of doing his thing. So if you guys want to check that out, man, it's the Heavy Hitters Radio Show. On Facebook, it's a Heavy Hitters Radio Show. On Instagram, it's on both of those. Yeah. It's also on our Twitter page @Heavy_Hitters_. And then it's you know, so it's on all our social medias and that kind of thing. Hey, so I tell you what, man, you know, we don't definitely want to talk your ear off, man. We appreciate all the listeners out there for all the shows on independent radio. So if you think about it, we have the Heavy Hitters Radio Show, which is our flagship show, and we have man, Strong Offsprings, man. The Strong Offsprings are the Iron 3 Hip Hop Show, the Iron 15 Music Show, Sports Talk with Hot Sauce, the Conspiracy Brother, right? The Conspiracy Brother, and then we have some others that are still in development. All right. Shout out to Book, man. He Book hit me up. Two-time world champ, man, in beatball.
Yeah, I saw that.
Two-time world champ in beatball. So they, we're definitely supporters of the Indy Thunder beat baseball.
You're not getting the ring this time, are you?
I do still, I think. I might have to buy it, maybe. I don't know.
You weren't even coaching.
I did a little bit. I didn't do it a lot.
You show up in the preseason or something?
It is preseason for me. For me, it is preseason. So yeah, man. Hey, it's a Heavy Hitters Radio Show. Remember, we are where you are.
So get comfortable.
And come on in.
Peace out, Skrill.
Peace out, Skrill, man.
Still having Skrill.
We got nothing but love you, buddy.